Oh, hello everyone. Emotions. I'm emotional right now because I am here, you're there, and life is for the living. And that's what we do. We are living our best life. Okay. And I also want to talk about humility. Now, humility is an act of meekness. And being meek means you will always be on top. Yeah, I know for us that have read the Bible, it has that. I love that verse because I believe that to be true. The meek will inherit the earth because that's what we're going to eventually evolve to. Right now, we have been evolving in the wrong direction, but soon it will be back on track. I didn't always show humility due to the fact that there was none in the home, therefore it wasn't learned. But I believe humility is learned by example. And you have to learn it and you have to live it. It requires for the world to continue to survive. And emotions it's all kind of different emotions. You got sadness, you got happiness, you got madness, and the song by H Town, emotions make you cry sometimes. Yes, emotions make you want to do the wrong thing or the bad thing. And hello, thank you. And we're gonna have to really show a lot of humility right now and stay focused on doing the right thing. Hello, Christina. And doing the right thing is going to help us get over this hump that we are in, that some of us may be experiencing in our life. And having friendship. It's hard to come by these days. Um, Especially women. We're so busy. We're busy doing work. We're busy taking care of the kids. We're busy uh, trying to build a business. And we're busy living our lives, defending ourselves, defending others, trying to put on this persona of we're beautiful, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to keep up with the internet perception of what a woman should look like and what she should have, instead of focusing on making friends, building each other up, starting a company together. Every city should have a black owned, woman's black owned company downtown. Maybe we do. I'm not saying. I'm just saying we should if we don't. And I'm talking about more than one. And we need to support each other emotionally. We need so much emotional support. I see so many women on the internet that's really, I wish I can get it off my feed, but it is so many women being murdered or being something going on with. I'm like, what's the world going on here? We didn't used to do that to one another, and and our men didn't do that to us. So we need to figure out what's going on because you see the uh, the mainstream information and news stations and these leaders are not doing it. They're not helping it. We need to get off that Trump train and start focusing more on us. Because if we don't, we're gonna lose more time. We're losing too much time, and we're losing too many children in the meantime. Okay, it's got to stop. And the way that we emotionally support one another is by getting on there on your media platform and staying positive, saying positive stuff, and telling the truth. Because like I tell these women all the time, ah, no, your first priority is survival and protecting yourself and your children. And if you ever come up against some man that is threatening that, they need to be put out of their misery because all they're going to do is go on and make another person miserable. And we ain't got that to do. Life is too short to be living a life of misery, pain, and suffering. We need to have some kind of network, some kind of um, underground railroad where if anything is going on, hi Rob, if anything is going on, you know where to go. And right now, come January, it's going to be a lot of changes in this country, and we need to know that we got each other's back. And we need to start building a boat to get the hell out of here too. Ah, that's my country voice. Get the hell out of here. Uh, and stop coming up with these movements that's not moving us nowhere. Okay? It maybe it's me, but I didn't see the BLM movement move us anywhere. I didn't see it. If y'all saw it, good. But I didn't see it. Um, because we need to be new. We need to start new. We need to have a new language, a new mindset, and we definitely need to get our emotions in check. And number one, we need to get out of our feelings. Stop the crying in your bear. Talk about it and do something about it. And don't run to the nearest liquor store and try to drown your feelings. And I know everyone reacts differently to things. And when you realize that 1 out of 9 women have been sexually molested or abused. We don't talk about that enough. And you know how many women out here is living with trauma of losing their loved ones to violence? We're not helping each other cope with this. It's more to life than just waking up and just surviving. We just have to be thriving. And one out of 14 men are abused, and we have to, talk about it. I've been raped a few times, and I'm not going to put the blame on nobody because this happened, 40, 30 years, 40, 50 years ago, I guess. Um, and they didn't have money, so ain't no sense in me even trying to figure it out because, like, some people can go back and uh, uh, try to get some money for it. But I realized that I felt ashamed and I felt like it was my fault. And I didn't even tell nobody. I didn't tell my mother. I didn't tell them. I just, and a lot of us have to get out of that. We should not be waiting 14, 15 years later to say something. It should be said immediately. And we have to teach our kids, boys and girls, that speak up when something's wrong, when you are feeling hurt. And they have to know that they are feeling hurt. They have to know that their feelings are their feelings and they have to be respected, even at a young age. And they have to know what's wrong and why it's wrong. We have to stop giving our kids demands without telling them why we demand this. We expect this. You know. And it's a lot that needs to be done. We need to talk about this every day, not just when something happens. Because we got a lot to take care of. We have women locked up, men locked up that are not getting the emotional support that they need. Oh, Joseph, okay, hello. Nice to see you here. I'm glad you're doing fine. I'm glad. I hope the family's doing great. I hope everybody is doing a great and doing a good job. And we definitely need to teach our kids about work ethics. Because customer service is getting hit bad. And we need to demand better customer service from these companies too. Because, it's always, we have to demand respect because we work hard for our money. Because not only are we working hard at the job, we're working hard at home. And we don't get paid to do that. We do it because we want to, because we love it. And we have to be strong. We can't let all this chatter that's going on in the on the news cycle. It's too much. It's too much for anybody to handle. I see a lot of people seem like they losing grip on reality. You know, um, we have to start adding, not subtracting, and not dividing. We have to add people to um, our level of kindness. I don't know what's going on. You know, you walk down the street or you go in a establishment or something, and people just walk right past you. And don't look your way. Like don't speak to me. And it's hard for people like me that grew up with when men wore hats and they spoke to a woman. You know, thank goodness they still open up the doors for women, most of them. And we have to start being the glue to keeping the family together, the community together. And just like when you hear about when somebody get uh, bad thing happen to them, you hear about how great they was, how they helped people and stuff. Why we can't hear about that while they're still alive? I know it's people in the neighborhood that know that, but do they really tell them that? Do they really tell them how much they are appreciated? And then they go and open up a GoFundMe. If they got to do that, then I'm sure they needed the money while they was alive. And all this, you know, you hear about that they people love them and say good things about them. We need to start hearing more of that about one another while we're still here. You know, we don't talk enough about how wonderful our kids are. I have um, I have talked about my kids. I have 6 kids, and I don't talk to 2 of them at all. I can't even remember the last time I talked to them. And you know what? I was just driving down the street one time, and I said, you know what? If I ran into one of, I have one that stayed in the same city I do. If I was to see her, would I go out my way to speak to her? And I was like, no, I wouldn't, because evidently she don't want to have anything to do with me, and I have to respect that. So that's okay. But the ones that do engage with me and show me love, they're beautiful people. All my kids are good, but I can love you from afar. I can say one thing that, except one, he's not bad, but he is locked up for murder. I hate to say. It was sort of self defense, fighting over a block. Um, but the rest of them, I can say they haven't gave anybody no big trouble. So, and we need to, you know, put that out there. How great our kids are. Instead of having block parties, let's have a we appreciate you mothers or fathers party, kids. And it's still hard to gather a bunch of people without something wanting to jump in, because these people that are reckless, they don't have anything else to do. You know, instead of building all these rec centers and I don't know what else they're doing with this money. Give the money directly to the people that need it so they can take their kids on vacations and Zooms and take them to the country so they can see live animals. They need the money because you put it up these rec centers and stuff just for a bunch of rowdy kids to get together. Okay, I'm gonna go. And I just want to say that emotions are yours, and we need to own our emotions and ask yourself real questions. Why am I feeling this way? Why is he feeling that way? Why is she feeling that way? Ask our kids how they're feeling. Ask them how they feeling every day. And and we need to celebrate. We don't have to wait till the government say you can celebrate. You don't have to wait till birthdays. Celebrate each other. You don't have to wait till anniversary. What's the next holiday coming up? Labor Day. We need to start celebrating ourselves. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.